When grapes are about to be harvested, the sugar levels in them rise, making them almost irresistible to birds looking for a sweet treat. Sometimes you'll see nets covering vineyards to keep the birds out, but we found another method. Behind the label, a Sonoma County winery sends falcons on patrol over its vineyards.
Come on, Strega. Let's go flying. Let's go flying. You ready to go fly?
Jim Tigan has an unusual job. He's a falconer who brings his birds of prey to wine country.
My job is to protect the grapes from wild birds. This area is particularly heavy hit.
Today, Jim's working with Bill Legan from Huntington Wine Cellars, who has a pesky problem.
They will hover in those trees.
Starlings in his vineyard.
They don't ever eat the skins and everything?
Yeah.
They're just eating the seeds?
They wait for the seeds to change flavor. If you take a look in here, you see the seeds have been taken out and left the skins on the clusters.
Falcons, it turns out, are an environmentally sensitive way to combat unwanted starlings or other birds.
You're taking this falcon and it's doing a natural act in a natural habitat. Nowadays, particularly if you're doing sustainable farming and organic farming, you don't want to use pesticides and things that could kill the birds, so we don't. If you use netting, you go out in the fields and you'll see these nets, and they're very effective, but often the birds will come in and they'll stick their heads through that net and they'll be eating the grapes and they'll get caught and they'll strangle to death in there, and that really bothers me. Falcon goes up and the starlings just go boom and they're gone.
Well, this is the balloon rig, and this device essentially raises this lure to an altitude. And the lure only simulates a starling. In the vineyards, the starlings are our biggest problem. We'll put this up maybe 200 feet.
The first step in ridding a vineyard of starlings is for Jim's falcon to establish its territory. Jim raises a balloon that's got a lure hanging from it, a fake starling, if you will, whose impending demise is meant to deter all the real starlings nearby.
Any starling that's in the grapes now or in the surrounding riparian habitat can actually see the artificial starling we have, see the falcon circle up and grab the artificial starling, letting everything in the area know we're here, we've got falcons, and this is our territory.
Jim keeps a hood on his falcon until the very last minute because he says it keeps the bird calm.
When we fly the falcons, we like to have as little gear on them as possible. So all this equipment will come off. These birds can see a piece of meat the size of a pencil eraser at a mile away. So their vision is super sensory. They can really get an overload of sensory information through their eyes. Now she spotted the balloon. Anywhere that she flies, the smaller birds are scattering. Bring it home, girl. I know, huh? Good job, Strega. Good job, Strega. Nicely done. It's her kill. In her mind, it's a kill. So she's breaking the neck of her kill. That's what the notch on the beak is for. So we're just going to let her glory in it a minute and then see if she'll bring it up to me. Come on, babe. Come on. This is a Corturnix quail. It's a quail that's raised for the human gourmet food market. Typically on these jobs, the falcons eat better than we do. We're going to patrol. On patrol, see if we can find any starlings or any other pest birds in the area.
It's the perception of a kill that makes all the difference, according to Jim. He says his falcons rarely catch a live starling.
It's very hard in this setting for the falcon to kill a starling because the starlings, when they're pursued hard, they'll dump into the vines. And I usually call the falcon off because we don't want the falcons to get hurt on the vines. This is a pretty heavily hit area for bird damage, so we're going to get Nikita in and see if we can put a little fear of God into the pest birds. Let's go! Come on, Nuck!
Every day during the high season, Jim and his falcons repeat this routine. A show of force in the vineyard and a novel, natural way to do pest control.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a starling in the vineyard right now. Nice job, Nikita. Nicely done.